So I'm here to stay, folks. You know, it, I've been like the past 2 years, I've had so much time to soul search and rebuild and reclaim and uh, push forward into the future. I like the direction that my life is heading, and I've said this already, but I'll say it here again. I like the direction that my life is heading. I like where I'm at, and not going anyplace. I've got a life to live and things that I want to accomplish in my lifetime before my time is done. Now, whether that comes to pass or not, I don't know. But I have goals and things like this, and I've moved, and I had to do what I had to do the past 2 years to rebuild and start over and things like that. But now I've reclaimed control back over my life. Nobody will make me go any place unless I want to go. And that's not meant to sound arrogant or condescending. It is in the most self-respecting way that I can convey what I mean here. Sometimes circumstances present themselves to where, yes, you have to pull up roots and go and do what you got to do to take care of yourself and be safe and all these things, but I will not live the rest of my life just bouncing around because of whatever, because of somebody that's stuck in hatred. I'm here to stay, and I'm going to continue solidifying myself as I've been doing, and going to enjoy my life as I rightfully should, as anybody rightfully should. Any self-respecting person would say and do. So that's the point. It's I'm done, giving other people control over things. And then, no. I mean, I'm happy, and the only person that can break my happiness is me, or if I allow somebody to break that. And nobody will ever have that kind of control. I foolishly gave that kind of control. Foolishly did, but it's academic. I can't go back and change it. The past doesn't define me, but I've learned from it, and, I can't change nobody else. Only person I can change is me, how I respond to things, and, to show my own inner strength, not to anybody else, because it doesn't matter. I'm not accountable to anybody else. I'm accountable to me. To show my own strength to myself and to prove that, yes, I can do whatever I set my mind to, is where I'm at. It's where I'm at. Those days are gone, and now having, met somebody that seems honest and sincere. Oh my goodness, what I've been shown just through him, it's been like amazing. Like, I wish to God I had met this guy years ago. Would have had a good life together if we had met, younger. Not saying we're not going to have a good life together now, because no, obviously that's not the case. But it's just one of those things where, like, where the hell have you been? You know? That's how I think. It's like, where have you been? We had met, in high school or in our 20s. Yeah, that's it. We just, God, you know. But it wasn't meant to be. We were each meant to go through what we went through to cross paths now. And the way I see it is, better late than never. I'm, glad to have met this person at all. You know, I'm grateful to have met this man at all. And the things that he has brought to me and the things that he has shown. That he has shown me. I have no complaints or arguments. You know, the few arguments that we've had have been little and don't last long. It's just like, stop. So nobody will take my happiness from me again. Not without a fight, not without a fight. There's nothing cowardly about me. Never has been. Some of the things in how I've lived my life seemed cowardly, absolutely. With the drug addiction to self-destruct and run. Yeah, that's cowardly. It's the easy way out. But, for some odd reason, I keep bouncing back. And I don't want to take that for granted because, no, there will come a day where, no, you won't bounce back. I won't bounce back. Whomever. That day does come to keep taken for granted, assuming, But, but in terms of outside of addiction, no, no, no. And, and nobody would ever tell me otherwise. Nobody has ever tried to tell me otherwise. And anybody that, it's one of those things, you can't judge somebody until you walk their shoes and really know what's inside of somebody and what's really, you don't, I've compared my insides to people's outsides many times, thinking, God, I wish I had it like him or her, but really, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors, what's going on inside of somebody, so I don't do that anymore. Just because somebody appears one way doesn't mean that it really is. And I'm smart enough to know better than that, today. And at least the crosses I have to bear are crosses I know. I've lived with all my life. I'm familiar with them. Yeah, some of the crosses I bear suck. We all have crosses to bear, though. I don't think I would trade my crosses with anybody, though. It's really the truth. I know what to expect in the life that I've led and the things that I've been through. I do know myself. I do indeed. And, the days of explaining myself or justifying myself to anybody are gone. I'm beyond it. Been through, too much has happened. And to try to make somebody understand something, it's pointless to me. Because as far as I'm concerned anyway, it's better to be understanding than to try to be understood. And I've said that many times. I mean, in truth, at the end of the day, that's about accurate. So, no, not gonna, explain myself or justify myself or anything, I'm accountable only to me. To me. I have to live with everything I've done and have not done in my life, um, and I have to live with that. You know, I have to live with it. We all have things that we have to live with. We've all made bad choices and done dumb shit. You know, things that we wish to God we could change, but for hindsight is always 2020. But to sit and beat myself up over things that's old, dead, and stinking, no. Or to revisit and explain or justify something years later, no. No. So it's just about moving on. It's just about moving on and learning, you know. And again, you know, it's not intended to sound condescending or arrogant, because it's not where my head's at. It's just really about being true to who you are and being accountable to yourself. You know, even in marriage, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, you come into this world alone and you leave it alone. And yeah, you can be with somebody and all those things, but you are alone within the confines of your own skin. So baby, yes, I know what I'm talking about here. Past 2 years, I've done a lot of soul searching. A lot. And a lot of self-discovery. And a lot of reflecting. And it was meant to happen, you know. I wouldn't change anything. None of it. None of it. None of it. Good, bad, or indifferent. And it is because of being at the place of acceptance that I've already shared about. I'm fortunate and I'm blessed, and I know it. And I'm grateful for the realization, the recognition, you know, of it.